Well, hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's Discover Arbonne. I am so excited to have you on our call and using this great technology. I love being able to actually see all of you. So, whether you are listening live or whether you are listening to the recorded version, I'm so grateful that you took the time to hear a little bit more about Arbonne, and it is something that I am so passionate about sharing because I look at Arbonne as kind of a double-sided gift. One is our phenomenal products. To me, are products that everyone should be using. And even more importantly, I feel like our opportunity can absolutely change people's lives. And so because of that, I am always so excited to share. And I always say I'm sitting here because I was in the right place at the right time. 12 plus years ago now, I've been doing Arbonne, and I was at a corporate event, and the girl sitting across the table from me was talking about her white Mercedes, and I was like, what does she do? And so I asked her, and she asked me if I'd ever heard of Arbonne, and I hadn't. I'd never heard of this company. I have to say, skincare really wasn't my thing, and that's pretty much all that we had back then. And I didn't know much about network marketing, to be honest. You know, I wasn't completely opposed to it, but I was pretty skeptical because I just didn't know anybody who network marketing had worked for. But I was intrigued enough, and thank goodness that I met with that beautiful girl across the table, Lori Muirhead, and her mom. They worked together as a team in Arbonne. I met them a few days later at Starbucks, and they talked to me about this company and the business model, these products, and they sent me out the door with an RE9 anti-aging set to try. And I will tell you, I walked out of that Starbucks just hoping and praying that I loved those products, because every single thing they said to me that day made such perfect and total sense. And for me, it was like the light went on and I thought, oh my gosh, this is what I've been looking for. And prior to that, you know, I had done many different things in my life that I absolutely loved. After college, I was a flight attendant for many years, traveled the world. I was a realtor for many years. I loved that too. And I was even a personal trainer for a few years. The only problem was that those professions just didn't fit my circumstances at that point 12 plus years ago. At that time, I found myself in a place I never thought I'd be. I was newly divorced and a single mama, and I needed to find something that would generate a substantial income because I wanted to support my family. And I also wanted to make a difference. That was really important to me. I didn't want to just get a job. I wanted to do something that really was extraordinary. And along came Arbonne. It plopped in my lap. My son, when I started the business, was 6 years old, and he is now a freshman at Berkeley. So he's grown up in Arbonne, and I have to say, so have I. So my life, as far as changing over the last 12 years, I could not even begin to put it into words. I'd talk to you all night, but you know, on a financial level, I mean, it has made a complete world of difference to myself and my son, and just the things that we have been able to do, the lifestyle we've been able to live because of this business. I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am, because I've been able to be a stay-at-home mom, and I've been able to create this amazing career. So for that, I'm eternally grateful. It's allowed us to move to Coronado Island, which was always my dream location of living. And so that is where I live now, and where Dylan will come home, you know, during the summers. But I will tell you, on a personal level, it has meant so much because, again, of these choices that I've been able to make that have affected myself and my family, but again, so many other people, because we can pay it forward in Arbonne. So again, thank you so much for listening tonight. I hope this resonates with you, and maybe if you have some questions, it'll get some of those answered for you. But I want to go back to kind of the beginning of Arbonne, because we are so rich in history and integrity. We are actually a 37-year-old company. We were founded by a man named Peter Mork all those years ago, who wanted to create products that were pure, safe, and beneficial for us to use. Products that were extraordinary, but he wanted to take all of the toxins and all of the chemicals and fillers out of them. And he wanted to create a business where ordinary people could do extraordinary things. And that is still our story today, you guys. Absolutely anybody can do this business if you have a heart for people and a desire for more. Arbonne blends the best of cutting edge research and development with passionate consultants, which we have out in the fields, our home office team. We have an amazing compensation plan that I'll get into a little bit later. And these state-of-the-art distribution centers, which we now have in several places around the world, that allows Arbonne to take the orders, fulfill the orders, and ship them to our customers, which is absolutely one of the best things about Arbonne, because we have that bestowed upon us. We're not out delivering or shipping products, which I certainly love for sure. But really what this all goes back to are these products. We would not have a business if we did not have these incredible Arbonne products that we as consultants and customers have grown to love and depend on. So our products are so unique because they are plant-based formulations that truly blend the best of science and nature together. And we have the highest quality ingredients from around the world. They're all pH correct and hypoallergenic. We are vegan, we're gluten-free, we're dermatologist tested, we're non-GMO, we're kosher and clinically proven, built on the highest of Swiss heritage and to the highest European standards. But all of those things that we have in our products, equally as important is what we don't have. So again, we are gluten-free, we are soy-free, we're whey-free. We have no petrolatum or mineral oil, which is the second cause of aging next to the sun. You'll never find that in our products. We have no animal products or byproducts, and we are never, ever tested on animals, which is so important to me. We have none of those formaldehyde donated preservatives. Again, super, super important, you guys. The no parabens, artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors, or chemical dyes and fragrances. We don't have any of those things in our products, which is so important to people that are out there trying to make healthy decisions, not only for themselves, but for their families. People are becoming more and more aware of healthy alternatives out there. And I love the fact that we have something for absolutely everyone in Arbonne, from our baby line all the way up through our skincare lines, both for men, women. We have an acne line, we have a line for younger skin, to our anti-aging line. I'm going to get into a little more detail here in a minute, but again, we are a product-driven company, and the fact that we are consumable is the driving force for Arbonne. So I want to talk for a minute about our anti-aging line, which I was introduced to 12 plus years ago. And this line made me a believer. When I walked out of Starbucks that day, I knew that I was not going to be able to represent the company unless I believed in the products. And I will tell you, you guys, you are going to see and feel a difference within 24 hours of using this product line. When I was trying this out 12 years ago, it was around Christmas time, and my mom walked in the kitchen. She lived out in Philadelphia, and she was in town for Christmas break, and we were standing there chatting, and a couple minutes after we started, she looked at my skin and she said, "What are you doing to your skin? It looks amazing." And I thought, oh my gosh, hallelujah, I can do this business, because it was that apparent, you guys. And there are clinical results that have put us up against the #1 department store brand and the leading multi-level marketing brand, and we came out #1 across the board, you guys, as far as firmness goes, younger looking younger looking skin, moisturization, absolutely amazing when you see the results of these clinical studies. So I am so proud that we have this product line to showcase and have people use. People are looking for this, you guys. And then I'm so excited because about almost a year ago now, we came out with, to me, the big game changer as far as our skincare goes, and that is our Genius Ultra ultrasound device. This device uses a very safe ultrasound technology. Within a week of this being introduced by Arbonne, Dr. Oz actually came out and said that ultrasound technology was going to be the wave of the future as far as skincare goes. And I will tell you guys, after using this for the last months and months and months, my skin has transformed. I didn't know that it could get have any more help, but this device has absolutely changed the firmness, the tone, the elasticity. So helped with fine lines and wrinkles. It's just absolutely amazing. So this device is another thing that you don't see out there. There are other skincare tools, but there is not another device like our Genius Ultra. So that is great for us in our business. And then my baby, the nutrition line. I am so in love with our nutrition, you guys. Oh my goodness, there's so many different reasons. Just as a whole, you can see our nutrition is dairy-free, soy-free, gluten-free. We're vegan, we're kosher, again, without any of those artificial sweeteners, flavors, or colors. But what you don't see here is that we have got a 30-day detox program using our nutrition products that is absolutely incredible. The results that people have had from this detox program, they are across the board, from weight loss for people who want to lose weight to people going off of their blood pressure medicine and all of their vital signs just getting more and more closer to that perfect baseline because they are eating healthier. And what we do is we combine our Arbonne products with a whole food diet. So it's not some fad diet that we're trying to turn people onto. It's really teaching people sustainable, healthier ways of eating. And for me, I love that holistic approach. It feels very authentic to me. And I am so proud of this line and so proud to share it with other people. So for 1 minute, let's just look at network marketing, because I think this is a vastly misunderstood concept. At least it was to me. I really didn't get what it was. But we are all familiar with the traditional business model of retailing, right? The product starts out at the manufacturer, travels through all of these different middlemen until it reaches us, the consumer. This involves huge risk and high investment. If you're looking at opening a business, let's say you're looking at opening a franchise, you can go, baby and do like a Subway for $75,000. You can go big and open a McDonald's, but you better have about $1 million to plop down to start that franchise. Again, you're looking at huge overhead, long hours, and that business that you wanted to own oftentimes owns you. With our Arbonne business, the process is completely different, because although the product, of course, starts out of manufacturer, all of those different middlemen are cut out of the equation, and the product comes directly to us, the consumer. What we, in effect, are doing, you guys, in Arbonne, in our business, is we are starting our own online franchise. It's just that Arbonne is the support behind it. Our clients can order online, and Arbonne stocks those products and then delivers those products to the door. You guys, if somebody isn't muted, if you just mute your phone or your computer, it would be great. We're getting some background noise. Thank you so much. And again, the fact that our products are consumable means that we get repeat orders every month or week or, a few months if you're using our skincare, and those repeat orders equal repeat income, and we can leverage our time when we build a team. And there are so many reasons why Arbonne is so perfect right now in our world. First of all, is that demand for health and wellness. I mean, we see it everywhere, right? There is a Whole Foods or a Trader Joe's or an organic dry cleaner. It seems like on every corner, and that is just going to grow as people become more and more aware of the choices. The fact that we are an internet-based business, you guys, this is just the wave of the future. For the last 3 or 4 holiday seasons, online ordering over the holidays has far surpassed the in-store sales, and that just continues to grow. So we are perfectly positioned, because you guys, if you have a laptop and a cell phone, and really even a cell phone at this point, you can do this business from wherever you are. How about that? We have the opportunity to grow and run a multi-million-dollar business from our cell phone. It is absolutely incredible. Again, that consumability factor is huge, you guys. There are phenomenal network marketing companies out there, but many of them do not have consumable products. And so, you buy a measuring cup, for example. I've had one from one of Warren Buffett's fabulous companies, network marketing companies, and I have not had to replace that measuring cup for 15 years now. It's so well made, but because we have consumable products, people, again, they place repeat orders, we get repeat sales and repeat commissions. Absolutely brilliant. And then finally, we have the ability to leverage our time. And this was something I really didn't understand until I started my Arbonne business. But normally, if we have a job, we're generally trading our time for money. We go in and, back in the day, I actually punched a time clock and I got paid for the time I was at work. Although we might not have that time clock today, that is generally what we're doing. We're trading that time for money. But in our Arbonne business, it's completely different. Because as we build a team, you can think of building a team of sales reps, if you want to look at it that way, who are also sharing our Arbonne products and this opportunity with other people. We work as a team, and if I'm spending, let's say, 10 hours of time every week on my Arbonne business, and each one of those 4 other people are spending 10 hours of time, really I'm benefiting from 50 hours of man or woman power instead of just my 10. It is absolutely incredible what we can grow this business into. And I love that Arbonne appeals to a wide variety of people. As a baby boomer, I'm looking at my friends who are, they're experiencing cutbacks at work. They are realizing that corporate America is not the safe haven they thought it would be. And they are looking for different ways to earn an income, whether it's a plan B or a plan A, because they've lost their jobs. Gen Xers, a lot of these people, very successful, then they start having kids, and they may not want to go to work full time anymore, so they're looking for an alternative. And then we've got the millennials and the digital generation, who are my favorites, because you guys out there, you just look at everything differently. You were not taught to just go to college and get a job. You have been taught entrepreneurship. You've been taught to think out of the box. And the millennials and the digital generation love Arbonne because we have the ability to make money right away. It is something that we can build upon and grow as we see fit. So this is something that is very, very exciting and very appealing to that generation. We right now are sitting on a truly global opportunity in our business, but we have barely touched the tip of the iceberg, I will tell you. Right now we're in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, Poland, New Zealand, and we actually actually launched Taiwan last November. So we are, we have the ability to grow our business in all of these markets all around the world. And, our future as far as expansion is very rosy, to say the least. So I think that this is so exciting for us, you guys, to be able to launch our businesses in all of these different places virtually. Look at what we're doing right now. It doesn't matter anymore where people live, who want to do this business, as long as we're in these markets, and we are just going to keep growing. So, what do we really do in Arbonne, people ask, and what we say is, we ourselves stop buying our personal care products in the retail stores and paying somebody else's overhead and fueling their dreams. We don't want to give our money to stores that don't pay us a commission. And we're going to start enjoying the benefits of our Arbonne products. And we start getting paid when others purchase Arbonne products. And when we share this business with other people, you guys, we teach people how to buy better, healthier, safer products, how to order online and safely, have them safely delivered to their door, and really show people how to redirect the money they're already spending. That is when we can grow our business. And you guys, what we use in Arbonne in network marketing is just word of mouth advertising. That's what network marketing really is. And it's something that we use every single day, whether we realize it or not. When you go to a great movie, what do? You call your friends and you tell them about it. That is exactly what we do in Arbonne. Unfortunately for the filmmakers and for us, they don't send us a nice thank you check when we spread the word about those movies. But in Arbonne, that is how we get paid, you guys, because we, in essence, are the advertising team for Arbonne. That's what we get paid for. I love that there are different ways we can earn an income in our business. We can make that right now money by the commissions that we make from our personal product sales. We make overrides, which is the big commission from the volume of all of our team sales. We have a Mercedes-Benz cash bonus program I'll touch on in just a minute. And then we can also make cash bonuses at every single level of management. And you guys, every single one of us who decide to start our Arbonne business, we all have different dreams. We all have different goals. I love that we can make this business whatever we want to make it. Some people come in and they just want to make a few $100 extra a month, and we can show you how to do that. Other people like myself, we want to come in and we want to rock the world through Arbonne, and we want to pay it forward, and we want to make a difference, you guys, and we can show you how to do that too. This is your dream, and this is what you want to make it. And I think that is an incredible opportunity for all of us. So again, going back to our compensation plan, we only have 4 levels of management in Arbonne, and they are attainable. The first level we want to get to is district manager. Average monthly income is around $275, but you guys, I've seen it go up to $1,500 for some of my district managers a month. So that's pretty exciting, you guys, that you can make money right away like that. Area manager is the second level. Average income is $1,300-ish. But again, I have seen that go up to $2,500 in a month at this level. I love the fact that we can will our business to the beneficiary of your choice. I always have to whisper this when my son is around because he is my beneficiary. And if something would happen to me, he actually will receive my Arbonne checks, even though I am no longer here. I just don't know any other job that allows you that peace of mind and that incredible gift that Arbonne gives you. Regional Vice President is the third level of management. This is a very exciting level because this is when we get our shiny white Mercedes of our choice. We go out and pick whatever white Mercedes we want. And Arbonne sends us the check every month to pay for it. Absolutely incredible. We also get life insurance at this level. Average income is, 5,300 this says, but again, I mean, there are people who are making $10,000 and more a month at this level. And then finally, national vice president is the highest level of management. I gratefully sit here. And the average income at this level is about $21,000 a month, you guys, a month. And this is a part-time thing that truly we can build alongside of whatever else we're doing. And I really don't know how, what other career we could be doing on the side of, being a mom or having a job, or, maybe it's a charity you're passionate about, and we can build our Arbonne business around those passions that we so believe in and that we want to continue to do. So I'll tell you what, I think that is pretty exciting. And there is absolutely no glass ceiling with how much money we can make in this business. There is absolute unlimited income potential that we can see in this business. So, there are different ways to get involved with Arbonne. We have people who host for us. We love our hosts. They just gather a few people together, and we can offer people discounts to become preferred clients. And that's another option, is becoming a preferred client. And for $20, you can get a minimum of a 20% discount on all of your products. And this is great for people who want to shop for healthier products at a great discount. And then there is that third option of becoming an independent consultant. And I will say, when I heard about Arbonne 12 plus years ago, my only regret was that I hadn't heard about it 12 years prior to that, because it so resonated with me, and it still does today. I promise you, I am so much more excited about Arbonne today than I was 12 years ago. But for $79 and some business tools, we can start a business that can potentially be a multi-million-dollar business, where we are our own boss. So very exciting, you guys. And, so many people, when they hear about Arbonne, some people have a lot of vision and other people, they don't. And I think a lot of people, as, they've gotten older, have really lost their ability to dream. We have sort of two voices in our head, right? There's one that says, oh my gosh, what if this doesn't work? And there is one that says, oh my gosh, what if this does work? And I so encourage you to listen to that voice, the one that talks in possibilities about what could be, because if you want this, it can be yours. And I want you to remember that, we're all where we are today because of the choices that we've made in the past. And, if you keep doing what you're doing, what is your life going to look like in 5 years from now? If that does not excite you, oh my gosh, I so encourage you to talk to the person who got you on this call. If you have questions, get them answered, you guys. It could make the biggest difference in your lives and to the lives of your family and those around you. This is not a job, so we can't promise you any certain amount of money in any certain amount of time. But I will promise you this, that it can change your life if you have the desire and you want to share your heart, you have a heart for people, and you work at it. So that is it, you guys. I'm going to wrap it up tonight. I love seeing your faces out there. So glad that you were on with us. And I hope that that this answered some questions for you, and love to see you on our Arbonne team if that is something that excites you. So you guys have a great week.